I'm gonna just have to record a video this way. All right. It's Virginia's Elite Solo Realtor. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate. It's your boy Dean, back with another video. If you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. I'm in the office late, my bad. Had a buyer consultation. It's probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I said I was gonna record a video for y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and record this video right quick. Haven't seen y'all in a while, man. How y'all doing, man? Y'all good? Y'all straight? Y'all all right? All right, bet. So, I wanted to record a video for y'all called the 4 properties of building wealth. Everybody, you know, right now, shoot, I'm 33 years old. Everybody in my age bracket either owns a house or is considering buying one. You know, it's not really for everybody. But I think everybody will benefit from having a plan that they feel as though work for somebody else that they could strive towards. So I have a personal plan that I'm actually implementing right now in my life. It's not a plan that's completed quickly. It's a plan that actually takes some time. I don't even know this ain't gonna follow me, but if it is, bet, keep following me then. So, get some water up in here. So long story short, everybody, of course, understands the concept of buying a house. Some people buy houses just for fulfillment. They just want to be, you know, happy with what they did. Some people buy a house for financial reasons. Some people buy a house to achieve wealth or whatever. But me and a good friend of mine was talking the other day, and we were trying to come up with what's the perfect number of houses you should buy in a lifetime. And after sitting and thinking about it for a couple of days, I actually came up with the number 4. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. So, of course, everything I'm saying here is opinion. None of this is facts, statistics. It's just in a world that I deem is perfect, I feel as though you will be purchasing 4 homes in your lifetime. And this is what I mean. So, usually when you buy your first home, and again, in a perfect world, I think as though you should be trying to aim to buy your first home before you turn 25. If you haven't bought a home yet and you're over the age of 25, I'm not saying that you are losing in a sense. I'm just saying that you're still able to achieve these dreams, but I just feel as though that if you knew the aspect of what I was trying to say in this video, it might have changed some things for you. But it is what it is. We all got cards that we dealt with. We move on. But when you buy your first home, usually you buy that home based off of, how would I say this? You buy that home based off convenience. So you probably have a structure to your life. You probably have a pattern. You probably have an agenda, things you do on a daily basis. So you probably got your first job in your field, giving you consistent income. You have good debt to income. You're able to purchase a home. You should be buying a home that is pretty close in proximity to where you're working at this point in time. So this is the beginning of your career. You probably, you know, as you get older, your salary should increase logically. So you should be buying a home that fits into your monthly bills and responsibilities very, very easily. So something very good on location, probably I would say safely between 10 minutes of your job, because you want to buy something that you're going to hold on to, because you want something that's going to build equity over time. So you want to make it as convenient for you as possible. My personal opinion, buy something very, very close to where you're working, and also buy something with an additional room than what you have now. So if it's just you and a spouse, I would say I aim to buy a 2-bedroom at minimum. Try not to buy a 1-bedroom place because, you know, things happen. You know, kids are born. Sometimes people stay with you. You want to have at least 1 extra room. Now, the goal is, with that home, eventually time's going to pass. You are going to get raises at work, and you are going to want to grow. I think your second home that you buy, you should level up. Try to buy that house somewhere in your early 30s. That's my personal recommendation. If you do that, when you buy, one thing you should really take into consideration with the second home is school zone. And I'm gonna explain why that is important later. So first home, don't get me wrong, school zone is important. Don't get lost. What a lot of people do is they run to the high school ratings when they have small kids, but don't realize they may not be there for the high school. So make sure you're looking at the elementary schools if you have small kids. That can change up some things. Also, second home, you should buy, in my opinion, with high schools in mind. Because this second home, it should be very, very important to the structure of the finances of your home. This home should be big enough for a family to live in and in a decent location to be able to sell with ease later and attract the right type of people to you later. Now your second home, you've probably got raises at work. You've bought a home thinking of long term. You need to make sure that this second home is capable of housing you for the rest of your life if need be. So this second home is important. Me personally, I'm on my second home. Now, also with your second home, when you bought your first home, before you bought your first home, you didn't have a home. So you didn't know what you really wanted. You thought you knew what you wanted, but when you get in the house, living in it for about a year, you realize this first home is missing something. Whatever it is, make sure you get that in your second home. Make sure you are satisfied with your purchase. Your second home is going to be a very, very good home, but it's still going to be missing some things. Now, home number 3. My personal opinion, you should probably be aiming to buy home number 3 right around the age of 40-ish. Now, with that being said, I'm a big fan of new construction for your third home because at this point, you've lived in 2 houses. You know where you want to be, where you don't want to be. You know certain things you need to be happy that's not in your home, certain things you need to be happy that's in your home. And with new construction, you kind of get the ability to make things exactly how you want it. So there's no excuses at this point. This is the house where I believe you should get everything you really, really want because you are potentially doing it from a base of nothing. You're doing it from you having these experiences in houses for the past 15 years, and you should be putting in your house exactly what you want. And also with new construction, you'll be able to get it exactly where you want it. So there's no excuses. Now, the goal is to try to be able to buy that third house without selling that second house. I'm a big fan of selling the first house to buy the second house because you're going to need that money. Honestly, you are. That first house should, increase in value. You should be able to sell, take some proceeds, and use some of the proceeds in that first home sale to eliminate debt or use it as a down payment for the second home sale. First house is just the beginning. Second house is the one you want to keep. Third house is the one that you build the way that you want it, and you're going to use the second house to help pay for the third house. Now, that third house is going to be perfect. If you have kids, they're going to grow up in that home. They're going to have a lot of memories in that home. But eventually, your kids are going to leave, okay? Kids get older. They have their own life to live. That's the whole purpose of us buying these houses in the first place, is to put them in better situations than we had. So once those children leave, which is probably going to be in your 50s, hopefully 50s, early 60s, you do the math, then that house is going to be too big, okay? Now the good thing is that house with its size and the perfect location that you picked is more likely to increase in value. So you should have decent equity in the house by the time you come up to deciding to get house number 4, which should be your last home. My personal opinion, sell house number 3. You sell house number 3, you still have house number 2 now, and you rent that out. And when you sell house number 3, you downsize for house number 4. So you buy a house that's more convenient to what you want in that point of life. At that point in time, you're probably 50, 60 years old. You probably want to come down to a 2-3 bedroom again. Probably want to live in some place with a condo or HOA. They take care of a lot of things that you don't really feel like dealing with at that point in your life. At that point in your life, you should be relaxing, man. You should be enjoying life. Like, don't try to kill yourself at that point in life. So another cool thing is at this point, if you're fortunate enough, house number 2 has been paid off. And if you rent house number 2, you can use the income of that to fund your lifestyle when you're in house number 4. Another cheat code of house number 4, me personally, try to live close to your kids and their families, bro. Not really close. I mean, I'm not saying live on the same street. I'm not saying live in the same city, but be a phone call away, man. You know, I think, you know, you being there with your kids' families is going to give you more of a drive to live longer. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life, enjoy family, like enjoy your grandkids. Babysit, bro. You want to be a babysitter. At 55 years old, 60 years old, I'm trying to be a babysitter, bro. Like, I really am. And if I'm lucky enough, house number 2 would have funded my retirement. So that's my spiel. That's my philosophy on how much houses you should buy in your lifetime. If you feel otherwise, you know, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I want to hear your analogies. I'm not always right. You might be right, bro. And if I'm wrong, you might be wrong. It don't matter, but I want to hear what you got to say. So leave a comment. And other than that, y'all take it easy, man. I'm about to go up out of here. I got to go show a house. Go on.